everybody. I'm Priscilla Harrison. I'm here with Teresa Andrews, and we're here to talk about one of the most important skill sets, or I don't know, is it a skill set? It's communication, and how important it is to relationships. And Teresa, I know you have worked a lot with communication. You've taught communication. I've learned a lot from you about communication. Why do you think communication is so important?
Well, of course, it's a life skill. And it's a life skill that's absolutely necessary. It is what we build our relationships on. It's how we communicate with other people as far as our emotions toward them, how we exchange ideas and information. It's vital to us because we're human. We thrive on communication.
Exactly, exactly. You know, my dad told me a quote really almost all my life growing up, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He always would say to me, he said, "Little Priscilla," he said, "life is simple. People are complicated." He said, "But if you can learn how to communicate well with others, it will open doors for you to go anywhere you want in life." And I believe that's true.
Absolutely, it is. And it's changed so much, right?
Exactly.
Yes, we started out with the phone, at least in our time. We started out with the phone, and then it moved to fax and emails, and now we have texting and messaging, among other things. But those are the things that we use the most every day, texting and messaging, aside from the occasional phone call. You know, it's a great way to exchange a quick idea or send a quick message, and we can multitask.
Yeah.
So it helps us to do one thing and just do that very quickly to get a message through. But there are some things that are lacking in the fact that we're texting a lot, and that is that we might be lacking some emotion. We might be lacking some intonation that's necessary for someone to really understand how we feel or where we're coming from.
Like miscommunication.
Yes, exactly. It may be taken wrong.
Exactly. You know, this is a quote that I think I put it on Facebook several years ago because I so related to this. And this is what this quote says: "Texting is a brilliant way to miscommunicate how you feel and misinterpret what other people mean."
Exactly. That's why I'm so grateful for emojis. That helps so much when texting, and I use them often. Not overuse them, but I use them often. And there are really about 10 that are favorites of everyone. Some of my favorites are the heart, the thumbs up, an okay. You could see some of these that people use in and day out, even with the little sunglasses that means cool. So I like those.
What I don't like is when people overuse emojis, or they send, I don't know, hard ones to figure out what do they mean. You've got a pet peeve, don't you?
Oh my gosh, I do. And that's when we use no response. When someone, or not we, but when someone doesn't respond to me. If I send them a text and I get nothing back, I have no clue if they've seen my text or if they want to respond or they're just ignoring me or what.
It's confusing, isn't it? That's how I feel. I feel confused because you don't know how to take it.
Right.
You know, did they get it? Did they not get it? Did they not like it? Do they like it? You know, what does that mean?
Exactly. You have to think of it as a conversation. When we're communicating, no matter if it's text or telephone, whatever it is, we're having a conversation, regardless if it's words that we're texting. And what I mean by this is, if I'm sitting in the room with you and I ask you a question or make a statement, I expect you to acknowledge me. If you completely ignore me and you keep your eyes on the television or your computer screen or whatever, I'm thinking, okay, she doesn't want to talk to me. And that's what we're thinking when we send a text. So lack of a response.
When we send a text with no response.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. When we get no response, that's the way we feel. You know, we might feel either rejected or we might feel misunderstood. We can feel that we are being ignored. I mean, there are a host of things that could just come through our minds whenever someone's just not paying attention to us.
Is it wrong to say that it's rude?
It is rude.
Yeah,
actually.
I think it is.
It is.
So let's say the reasons that people don't respond could be maybe they just assume that I sent it, they should get it, and they don't need to respond, or maybe people are just busy, or I don't know, lazy. I don't know, but what do you think the most frequent reason is that people don't respond? And how do busy people, what do you do? You're busy. How do you respond quickly, efficiently to make people not feel ignored?
Exactly. Well, you know what? Everyone is busy, and I'm sure people don't not respond intentionally. I mean, I truly don't think that they're meaning it as some sort of diss, as they say.
Yeah.
But the point is that that's why the emojis are there, for that very thing, so it can be a just quick text, right? But we can carve out a part of the day to answer our emails or return our voicemails. So why not carve out a part of the day to return our text? Even if it's a quick, got it, great, you know, whatever your words that you want to use, or just the smiley face.
Let's do a little example of what this feels like. So let's say that I've sent you a text that, hey, I'm running late. I'll be there instead of 10 o'clock, you know, I'll be there at 10:10. And if I get no response back, I don't know what to think of that. Did you not get it, or was the restaurant busy, or did you not have your phone handy? And you know, if you're expecting to meet someone or you're expecting a response, it's kind of good to keep your phone handy. You know, keep it close by. But no response leaves me confused and wondering, is she mad, or what? So I'm a little apprehensive about the whole deal. Now, if I were to, now this is going to touch on your other pet peeve, okay? But let's say I send you that text, hey, I'm running late, I'll be there at 10 after 10, and I get back from you, what? What's your pet peeve?
Okay. I don't care. Whatever. Right? I hate that. I do.
Yeah.
It just feels like you don't matter, or I'm really upset with you.
Yeah. So what is a solution for the K lovers out there that could make it a little softer, a little bit friendlier, a little bit happier?
Super easy. KK. Double K, 2 Ks, easy peasy.
KK, I like that.
Right?
I like that. KK,
Yeah,
it sounds
sure.
it sounds better.
It's your happy,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And the person on the receiving end is like, oh, phew, okay, I can be there at 10:10, and she's not ticked.
Exactly.
All is well.
Exactly.
And then you have a great evening.
So, you know what, in conclusion, I think that communication is really the sole activity that everyone shares. It's absolutely universal, and it's one of the most important activities I think that we do. I believe that digital communication is great for sharing information, but real communication happens when you talk on the phone, or when you meet with someone. And really in the digital world, we can get closer to that through using FaceTime, Zoom, Skype, things like that. Probably not as good as, but we can, you know, see people and hear people, and you see their facial expressions, their emotions. That's kind of my guideline for what I'm communicating. If it's information, fine, let it go digitally, let it go messenger, let it go text. But if I really need to communicate something important with someone, I'm not going to do it on a text. I'm going to pick up the phone, and I'm going to talk to that person. So I think that that's something important to remember in communication as well.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought that up, that we can be face-to-face with other folks, no matter where they are, because people need to see sometimes that smile, your eyes, your acceptance of what you're saying, and those kinds of things, and they can know that you're really listening. And listening is a vital part of communication, as you know. The late, great Stephen Covey said, he said, seek first to understand, then be understood.
Yes.
And listening is just amazing, an amazing way to build a relationship, to deepen a relationship. And you know what? We all need to feel that we're listened to, and we all need to feel that we matter enough to communicate back to.
Yes.
Via text or via a phone call, etc. So I just hope that this has helped everyone, because communication is the basis for all relationships.
You know, I agree with that. And today, I especially have enjoyed communicating with you, Teresa.
It's been my pleasure.
You're a great communicator.
Thank you so much, as are you.
Well, I'm trying. I'm getting better. Thanks, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.